The breeze, the waves, and the best stories from Africa. You're just in time. Come, let me show you legends you'll never forget.
Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest filled with tall trees and singing birds, there lived a group of animals. They loved their forest, but they were very afraid of the greedy lion who ruled over them. Every day, the animals had to bring food to the lion, or he would hunt them instead.
Where is my food?
One day, the elephant, carrying a big basket of bananas, sighed as he walked to the lion's den.
We can't keep doing this. Soon, we'll have no food left for ourselves.
The antelope, walking beside him, looked around nervously.
If we stop, he'll come after us instead.
When the animals reached the lion's den, the mighty lion roared loudly, shaking the ground.
Bring me my food, or face my wrath.
The animals placed their food in front of the lion and quickly stepped back. The lion ate greedily, leaving behind scraps and crumbs. The animals returned to the forest, feeling sad and hopeless. The next evening, the animals gathered under a big baobab tree. The elephant stomped his foot angrily.
We can't keep feeding him. We'll starve.
The tortoise, sitting calmly on a rock, shook his head.
But what can we do? He's big and we're afraid.
The animals murmured in fear and confusion until the hare stepped forward. He stood on his hind legs, his eyes bright with determination.
Let me handle the lion. I have a plan to stop him.
The animals looked at each other in surprise. They weren't sure if the little hare could defeat the big lion, but they had no other choice. Slowly they nodded in agreement. The next morning, the hare hopped toward the lion's den. He walked slowly, pretending to be afraid. The lion saw him and roared loudly.
You're late. Where is my food?
The hare bowed low and spoke with a trembling voice.
Forgive me, mighty lion. I was bringing your food, but another lion stopped me. He took the food and said he is the true king of this forest.
The lion's eyes burned with anger. His mane bristled as he growled.
Another lion? How dare he? Take me to this impostor now.
The hare nodded quickly.
Yes, mighty lion. Follow me, and I'll show you where he is.
The hare led the lion deep into the forest, weaving through trees and bushes. The lion followed closely, growling with every step.
He's near the water, mighty lion. We're almost there.
The lion growled louder, his pride hurt by the idea of a rival. Finally, the hare stopped in front of an old well.
There he is, mighty lion. He's hiding down there.
The lion peered into the well. He saw his reflection in the water and thought it was another lion. He growled fiercely, and his reflection growled back.
He dares to challenge me? I'll show him who's king.
The lion roared into the well, and the echo roared back, making him angrier. He crouched, ready to attack.
I'll defeat him once and for all.
With a mighty leap, the lion jumped into the well. Water splashed everywhere and the forest grew silent. The lion struggled briefly before sinking out of sight. The hare, standing a safe distance away, smiled slyly.
Goodbye, mighty lion. Your greed was your downfall.
When the hare returned to the animals, he told them what had happened. The animals were overjoyed. They cheered and danced, gathering around the hare.
In the jungle deep and wide, animals took a stand with pride. Hungry Every day's no more to hide, facing lions side by side. We have conquered, oh we roar. No more fear upon this floor. Wicked lion, hear us soar. Freedom beats once more. Elephant with tusks so grand, stomp the ground, made a stand. Monkey swinging hand in hand, together fought for their land. We have conquered, oh we roar. No more fear upon this floor. Wicked lion, hear us soar. Freedom beats once more. Antelope with nimble feet led the charge, no more retreat. Echoes in the forest sweet. Victory never tasted this neat. We have conquered, oh we roar. No more fear upon this floor. Wicked lion, hear us soar. Freedom beats once more. We have conquered, oh we roar. No more fear upon this floor. Wicked lion, hear us soar. Freedom beats once more.
Hare, your cleverness has saved us all. Thank you.
Now we all have to be our brother's keeper and take good care of each other.
The tortoise clapped his front legs together, and the antelope leapt gracefully into the air. The forest was filled with laughter and celebration. From that day, the animals lived in peace. The hare taught them an important lesson. Cleverness can defeat even the strongest enemy, and greed will always lead to downfall. As the sun set over the peaceful forest, the animals knew they were safe and happy, all thanks to the clever little hare.
The tortoise and the birds. A lesson in greed.
High up in the sky, something unusual was happening. A tortoise was falling fast. His little legs flailed in the air, and his eyes were wide with fear.
Somebody help me! I don't want to die!
Well, let's go back and see how this all began. Down in a warm forest, the tortoise was walking slowly. His belly was empty, and it made loud growling noises. Tortoise rubbed his belly and said,
I wish I had something nice to eat. I am so hungry I could eat a mountain of food.
Just then, he heard a group of colorful birds talking. They were chirping and fluttering their wings excitedly.
There will be a big feast in the sky tomorrow.
Yes, there will be all kinds of food.
We will have to fly up very early.
Tortoise's eyes lit up. He licked his lips and stepped out from behind a bush.
Oh dear friends, please take me with you. I've always admired birds. You are so kind and graceful.
But Tortoise, you can't fly. How would you get there?
The tortoise, thinking fast, said,
If each of you gives me one feather, I can make wings and fly too.
The kind-hearted birds felt sorry for Tortoise. One by one, they gave him feathers. Tortoise tied them together and made himself a pair of wings. He flapped his wings and he was gradually floating in the air.
Look at me! I'm one of you now.
He gave the birds a high five as they planned where to meet for the journey the next day. The next morning, the birds met in an open field and took off on their journey. The birds flew into the sky and Tortoise flapped along with them. He struggled a little, but he kept up.
Are we there yet? My wings are tired.
Hang in there, Tortoise. We are almost there.
I am really impressed with your flying, Tortoise. Good job.
At last, they reached the land of the sky. It was filled with golden clouds and tables covered with delicious food, fruit, cakes, soups, and more. The tortoise smiled widely and said to the birds,
From now on, call me everybody, because I am the wisest here.
The birds were very confused and asked, Everybody? Yes, I like that name, said the tortoise. Soon the sky hosts arrived and called out,
Welcome everybody. We are glad you could make it to our feast. This feast is for everybody.
Since Tortoise had changed his name, he stepped forward proudly and said,
That's me. I'm everybody. I should eat first.
Tortoise began eating. He ate and ate while the birds waited and watched on angrily. He didn't offer them even a crumb. The birds were angry and disappointed.
He tricked us and took all the food.
We gave him our feathers now, and now he's just greedy.
They all talked amongst themselves and decided to take back their feathers. Quietly, they walked behind Tortoise and pulled out their feathers, one by one. Tortoise didn't notice until it was too late. When he tried to flap his wings, nothing happened. He screamed,
Wait, my wings are gone. How will I get down?
The birds waved goodbye to their host and flew away angrily, leaving Tortoise alone in the sky. Tortoise was scared. He didn't know what to do. Then he looked around and spotted one bird still nearby, the wise old parrot. Tortoise begged the parrot,
Parrot, please go to my wife. Tell her to put soft things on the ground so I can land safely.
And why should I do that?
The parrot answered,
Because I am one of you.
The parrot flew down, but he was still upset with Tortoise. When he reached the tortoise's wife, he didn't deliver the right message.
Your husband says to gather the hardest things, stones, sticks, and bricks, and lay them in front of your house. He will soon be here and will tell you what he needs it for.
Tortoise's wife was puzzled, but she followed the message anyway. Back in the sky, Tortoise looked down and saw a pile below. He smiled, not knowing it was hard stones.
Okay, here I go.
He closed his eyes and leapt from the clouds.
Somebody help me. I don't want to die.
He landed with a loud crack on the pile of stones and bottles. His shell broke into many pieces. Tortoise lay there in pain.
Oh no, I am in so much pain.
His wife shouted,
I thought you sent word that I should lay some rough items on the floor for you.
Slowly, he picked up the pieces of his shell.
I was too greedy. I should have shared.
His wife helped him up and slowly glued the pieces back together as best she could, but the cracks remained. From that day on, Tortoise never made that mistake again. He learned to be kind and to share with everyone. Later, he walked slowly through the forest, and the other animals welcomed him. They sat together, shared food, and laughed under the warm sunset. From that day, tortoises have cracked shells because of the one who was too greedy. And so the forest lived in peace. And Tortoise became wiser, not because he was clever, but because he learned to care.
Tortoise was hungry, walking all day. He saw the birds and wanted to play. There's a feast up high in the sky. Tortoise said, oh me, oh my. He flapped with borrowed wings. He danced and dreamed of yummy things. But he forgot the golden rule. Kindness first and don't be cruel. Oh, Tortoise should have shared. Now his shell's cracked everywhere. Oh, Tortoise should have shared. Now his shell's cracked everywhere. The birds were kind, they helped him fly. Together they soared into the sky. But Tortoise said, call me everybody, and ate the feast, so bold and greedy. He munched, he crunched with no delay. The birds were left with none that day. He forgot the golden rule. Greedy hearts can look like fools. Oh, Tortoise should have shared. Now his shell's cracked everywhere. Oh, Tortoise should have shared. Now his shell's cracked everywhere. He begged a bird to send a note. Tell my wife to help me float. But the bird said stones instead. And Tortoise landed on his head. Now he walks with cracks and lines, but he learned from all the signs. Share your food, your love, your song. That's how we all get along. Oh, Tortoise learned to care. Now he's wiser everywhere. Oh, Tortoise learned to care. Now he's wiser everywhere. I was greedy once, he said, but now I share my soup and bread.
Efi and the Great Wall of Benin.
Long ago, In the powerful kingdom of Benin, there stood a great wall that protected the people from all danger. This wall was not just made of stone. It was believed to have magical powers given by the gods. It could only be guarded by those with a pure heart and true courage. Several enemies from far and near came to Benin to break the wall and rule its lands, but the unity of the people of Benin kept the wall strong and powerful against every enemy. Inside a small hut, an old storyteller named Omoregi told a young boy named Efe about the legend of the wall.
Efe, only the bravest and kindest people can guard the wall. It is a great honor to protect our kingdom.
One day, I will be a guardian of the wall. I will protect everyone.
Years passed, and Ife grew into a strong young man. He practiced every day, training hard with his spear, dreaming of becoming a guardian. Ife trained from morning until night. His best friend often teased him about his dedication.
Ife, are you sure you're ready for all the tough tests? You might need more than just strong arms.
Don't worry, my friend. I've got more than just muscles. I have the heart of a true guardian.
But far away, in a dark cave, a wicked sorcerer named Osazua had his own plans. One day, some enemies from a nearby kingdom came to him.
Help us break the wall, and we will reward you with riches.
Osazua, with his evil heart, agreed to help. He used his dark magic to find weak spots in the wall.
I will make the people doubt their king, and when the wall falls, I will be the ruler of Benin.
Meanwhile, Ife knew he had to prove himself. He ventured into the enchanted forest, where he met the leopard spirit, who tested his courage.
Why do you wish to guard the wall, young warrior?
I want to protect my people and keep our kingdom safe.
Then prove yourself. Climb the great tree and bring me the golden leaf.
Ife climbed the tallest tree, despite his fear of heights. He reached the top and carefully plucked the glowing golden leaf.
Here, leopard spirit, I have brought you the golden leaf.
You have passed, but there are more challenges ahead.
Ife returned to the village, where he faced the riddle of the enchanted forest with his friends E and Omoregi. They listened carefully to the whispers of the trees.
We must find the secret passageway. It will lead us to an ancient stone. We must then draw the correct pattern. If we get that right, you boys will receive the special gems that will grant you access to become guardians, protectors of the Great Benin Wall.
And with Omoregi's wisdom, they solved the riddle.
We did it! Thank you, my friends. I couldn't have done it without you.
But back in the kingdom, Osazua was spreading lies among the people.
The king is weak. The wall will fall, and we will be doomed.
The villagers, frightened by his words, began to lose faith in their king.
Is it true?
What is Aroba even doing?
Will the Great Wall fall?
But Ife and his friends knew the truth. They made a plan to stop Osazua and save the wall. When Osazua attacked the wall with his dark magic, Efe and the Guardians stood firm.
The wall's strength comes from all of us. We must stand together.
The villagers, inspired by Ife's courage, joined in. They held hands and chanted together. The wall glowed brightly, becoming stronger with their unity.
No, this cannot be. How are they defeating my magic?
The power of the people's unity overpowered Osazuwa's dark magic. Defeated, he fled into the dark forest. His evil plans crushed. The people of Benin celebrated their victory.
She still stop today. Walls are very strong. Evil one has fallen. We dance all night long. She still stop today. Walls are very strong. Evil one has fallen. We dance all night long. And drums beat like thunder. Voices shout with glee. Women sing together. We are finally free. And drums beat like thunder. Voices shout with glee. Women sing together. We are finally free. Victory rings clear. Girls sing out in joy. Let it walk still all. Evil we destroy.
Oba stood before them, proud and grateful.
Ife, you have proven yourself to be a true guardian of the wall. The people of Benin are safe because of your courage. You are now the newest member of the Guardians of the Great Benin Wall. Congratulations, my son.
Ife's heart swelled with pride as he looked at the cheering people. He knew that true strength came not just from muscles, but from bravery and unity. As the sun set over the great wall of Benin, Omoragi, the wise storyteller, spoke softly to Ife and Iye.
Remember, true strength comes from within. And when we stand together, we can overcome any challenge.
And so, the story of Ife and his friends was passed down through generations, teaching children that courage and unity can protect even the mightiest walls. Now let's dance.
Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you get to be the first to watch the next episodes. See you next time.
Evil one has fallen. We dance all night long. And drums beat like thunder. Voices shout with glee. Women sing together. We are finally free. And drums beat like thunder. Voices shout with glee. Women sing together. We are finally free. Victory rings clear. Girls sing out in joy. Let it walk still all. Evil
Abeni and the Secret of Olumo Rock.
In the ancient town of Abeokuta, the mighty Olumo Rock stood tall, watching over the Egba people. It wasn't just a big rock. It was a symbol of strength and protection. The people believed that as long as they stayed brave and clever, Olumo Rock would keep them safe. In a small hut, Abeni, a curious and adventurous girl, loved listening to her grandfather's stories. Long, long ago, grandfather said, Olumo Rock protected our ancestors from danger. It has secret paths that only the bravest know. Abeni's eyes widened with curiosity. Could those secret paths still be there? Abeni thought. Every day, Abeni helped her mother make Hare. She dipped the clothes into the rich blue dye, her hands stained with indigo. But whenever she finished her work, she hurried off to explore Olumo Rock. Mama, she said, may I go to play at Olumo Rock? Go on, my child, but be careful, her mother said. One sunny afternoon, while exploring the rock, Abeni noticed the small entrance hidden behind some vines. She remembered her grandfather's stories about the secret paths and decided to take a look. This must be one of the secret paths, she said. She carefully crawled through the entrance and found herself in a narrow tunnel. The tunnel led to a hidden clearing at the back of the rock. Abeni felt proud of her discovery, knowing that this could be important someday. One day, news spread that Chief Olojo, a fierce and cunning enemy, was planning to attack Abeokuta. The elders gathered to discuss how to protect the town. We must prepare and defend our people, said Chief Adiola, a high chief in the palace. Yes, and we must make sure they don't capture Olumo Rock. We must do everything possible to defend our people and make sure that Olojo does not get access to Olumo. Abeni, who had been listening quietly, decided to speak up. I know a secret passage through Olumo Rock, Abeni said. We can use it to surprise Chief Olojo. The elders remembered that there were hidden paths, but no one seems to know where they are anymore. So they were shocked when they heard that Abeni knows one of these secret pathways. After thinking about it, they agreed to listen to her plan. Abeni showed the warriors the hidden entrance. Together, they made a plan to use the secret passage to sneak behind Chief Olojo's army. But Abeni had another brave idea. I will act as bait and lure Chief Olojo into the rock, she said. Then we can trap him inside. The elders were hesitant at first, but Abeni's determination convinced them. On the day of the battle, as Chief Olojo's army approached, Abeni stood confidently at the entrance of Olumo Rock. She called out to him, Chief Olojo, if you're truly brave, Come and face me inside Olumo Rock. Chief Olojo, thinking Abeni was just a child, smirked and ordered his men to follow her. Capture the girl, and the rock will be mine, he shouted. Abeni led Chief Olojo and his men deeper into the rock's tunnels. Inside, the warriors waited silently in the shadows. Chief Olojo and his men soon realized they were surrounded. Now, Chief Adeola shouted. The warriors charged, taking the enemy by surprise. Chief Olojo tried to escape, but Abeni and some Egba warriors blocked his path. Chief Olojo shouted angrily, "You think a child can stop me?" Abeni replied, "This rock is not just a stone. It is the spirit of the Egba people. And I, along with these Egba warriors, will protect it with all our hearts." The warriors captured Chief Olojo, and his remaining men fled in defeat. The people of Abeokuta celebrated their victory with songs and dances. Adeola praised Abeni for her bravery. "Abeni, you are as brave as any warrior," Chief Adeola said proudly. "You have honored the Egba people and Olumo Rock." Abeni's heart swelled with pride, knowing she had helped to protect her home. She danced with pride as her friends rallied round her, singing the Egba anthem. Later, Abeni sat with her grandfather, who smiled warmly at her. "Abeni, you have shown great courage," grandfather said. "You honored Olumo Rock and our people." "I only did what I had to, Grandpa," Abeni said. As the sun set behind Olumo Rock, the people of Abeokuta knew they were safe, thanks to Abeni's bravery and cleverness. And from that day on, Abeni's story was told to children, reminding them that true courage comes from the heart.
The clever tortoise, the elephant, and the beautiful princess.
Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a wise and mighty king. He had one daughter, Princess Imani, who was as beautiful as the sunrise, but her heart was full of pride. Suitors from all corners of the land came to ask for her hand in marriage, bringing with them great treasures and gifts. One day, a wealthy suitor arrived with a chest full of gold and jewels, bowing before Princess Imani.
Princess, I bring you the finest gold and jewels from the farthest lands. Will you marry me?
But Princess Imani shook her head.
Your gifts are grand, but you are not worthy of my hand.
Oh!
Another suitor came, his time with race animals, a cheetah, a parrot, and more.
Princess, I bring you the most exotic creatures of the jungle. Will you marry me?
The princess sighed and dismissed him too.
Even these animals do not impress me. I will only marry a man who brings me something truly special.
Soon the princess set a challenge, one that seemed impossible. She declared to the kingdom,
I will marry the man who can bring me an elephant as my dowry. Only one as strong and magnificent as an elephant can stand beside me.
Far away in the jungle, a clever tortoise heard the princess's challenge. Now the tortoise was small and slow, but he was known for his clever tricks. He had a friend, a kind and mighty elephant who trusted him. The tortoise visited the elephant, eager to put his plan into action.
Brother Elephant, have you heard? The king has invited you to his palace as a special guest. Imagine walking through the grand gates, everyone cheering for you.
The elephant smiled proudly, excited by the thought of visiting the palace.
Really, I've always wanted to see the king's palace.
Let me ride on your back, Brother Elephant, so we can go together.
As they walked toward the palace, the tortoise added one more request.
Brother Elephant, may I tie this rope around your neck so I don't fall off your back?
The elephant, trusting his friend, agreed, not knowing that the tortoise was planning to control him with the rope. Soon, they arrived at the grand palace gates. The tortoise smiled slyly, knowing his trick had worked. Inside the palace, the king, Princess Imani, and all the courtiers were gathered, waiting. The tortoise stepped forward, bowing low before the king.
Your Majesty, I have brought you an elephant as the dowry for your daughter, Princess Imani.
What? No way!
The elephant was confused. He turned to the tortoise, unsure of what was happening.
What are you saying? Tortoise, I thought I was invited as a guest.
Oh no, dear friend. It was I who brought you here as the dowry. The princess now belongs to me.
The court gasped in surprise. The princess couldn't believe what she was hearing, but she had no choice. By her own words, she had to marry the man who brought her an elephant. The king laughed heartily, impressed by the tortoise's cleverness.
The tortoise has outwitted us all. He has won the challenge.
Princess Imani, though proud, could not deny the rules she had set. With a reluctant heart, she married the clever tortoise. Meanwhile, the elephant, feeling betrayed, approached the tortoise after the wedding.
Brother Tortoise, why did you trick me? I thought we were friends.
I needed your help, dear elephant. It was not your strength, but my wit that won the day. Forgive me, but sometimes the smallest can outwit the mightiest.
The elephant, though sad, forgave the tortoise, but he learned to be more careful with whom he trusted. And so the kingdom learned that cleverness can sometimes overcome even the strongest of challenges. And that is the story of how the tortoise outwitted the mighty elephant and won the hand of the proud princess. Remember, it is not always strength that wins the day, but wisdom and cleverness. Will the proud princess find happiness with her unexpected husband? Join us next time to discover what lies ahead for Princess Imani as her new life begins with the clever tortoise. Don't forget to like and subscribe.